What's up, y'all? I had somebody reach out, ask me to make a video about what's the difference between a pocket and a socket beat. I'm gonna do my best. So, pocket is a musical term. It's used outside of GoGo. Pocket, when a band is in the pocket, that just means they're locked, they're tight. Everybody's playing together. Y'all keep that joint, keep it in the pocket. The band is playing together, they're tight, they're locked. In GoGo, it's a conga pattern, all right? When a lead talker tells you to put it in the pocket, they're telling you to play a certain beat. Now, if you listen to Afro-Cuban music, there's a rhythm, conga rhythm, called the tumbao. Here's a basic tumbao. That's straight. What Chuck did, you know, he played in a band called Los Latinos. He took the percussion, the Afro-Cuban percussion, the Latin percussion, and brought it to his band, the Soul Searchers. And Chuck swung the beat. He swung it. So basically, that early groove, that early conga pattern that Chuck and the Soul Searchers are doing, it's a swung tumbao. Straight tumbao. Swung. Chuck said it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing, right? If it ain't got that go-go swing. That's what kind of sets what Chuck was playing apart from all those other bands, you know, in the 70s, early, late 70s. All of them had conga players. Chuck slowed it down and swung it. Bustin' loose. It's a swung tumbao, that basic tumbao. So if you're moving up to the 80s and 90s, like I heard, and even before that, so that's Big Tony. I heard an interview with Big Tony. He said that the term, when he used to say pocket and socket, he was saying that pocket was the same as it was with other music. He was telling his band to keep it tight, keep it locked. Y'all put that thing in the pocket. He said whenever he would say socket, come on, y'all, lock that thing in the socket. He was telling the drummer to slow down. You're playing too fast. Put that thing back in the socket. Lock it down. Slow it down. So that's early, you know, that early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Pocket socket was a totally different term. I think somewhere in the 80s and 90s, pocket and socket was used interchangeably to describe that swung tumbao. Put that thing in the socket. Put that thing in the pocket. And you got to think too, like starting off, they was only playing on the conga and the tumbao, the big joints. Jungle Boogie brought in these requintas. Am I saying it right? The junior congas. So it moved from here to these two. That swung tumbao, all right? And if you listen to early 80s go-go, they playing that through all the Chuck stuff, they playing that through the whole set. Chuck's changing the songs, but that conga player is playing that same pattern through the whole set. And in between the songs, when he's letting the drummer and the conga player and the percussionists go, he's playing that groove. It's a swung tumbao. So like I said, somewhere in the 80s and 90s, whenever they said put it in the pocket, put it in the socket, it was talking about that swung tumbao pattern. Now I think somewhere in the late 90s, early 2000s, pocket and socket were terms used to describe two different types of conga beats. All right, so pocket was the swung tumbao. Put it in the pocket. Socket became the beat where you playing the high conga on the end of the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all types of socket beats, right? You got different types of pocket beats and you got different types of sockets. 1-on-1 is a socket. With some smoke sockets, water. Sauce. All socket beats. So somewhere in the late 90s, I think early 2000s, it became two different terms to call out a type of beat. Now this is just on the congos. Usually there's drum patterns on the drum set too that you play for pockets, and then there's drum beats that you play for sockets. A lot of times on sockets they'll open up the hi-hat and kind of hype it up. GoGo Mickey said that when they started playing on the hi and opening up the hi, it was called a hype beat. It wasn't called a socket, it was called a hype beat. So somewhere the vernacular changed, and pocket became, socket became. Check out Rocket Rob though if you want to learn some socket beats. To me, Rocket Rob is killing the sockets right now. So that's my opinion. The difference between a pocket and a socket. Y'all old heads, comment on this. Let me know. Educate a brother. New school go-go. Let me know. Educate a brother. I said I'm always trying to learn. I'm a fan of go-go first, so I'm just a fan. I'm not an expert. I'm a fan. So y'all comment. Let me know what you think. What's the difference between a pocket and a socket? Did I get it, or is there a different definition? Y'all let me know. Peace.